Okay, today we're going to rig and weight the 9-inch Slug-go, a la Stephen McKenna. I've been using this lure for approximately 4 years now, and I found it to be the best, absolutely the best artificial that I've ever used. And there are many ways to rig it and weight it. However, I've come up with a concept with 2 hooks and several Lunker City insert weights, which seems to work out very well. The fish that I do hook on this, I do end up landing probably about 85% of the time. It is a 2-hook rig as opposed to the 1-hook rig, which is the way a lot of guys do fish this. However, after experimentation, I found that the 2 hooks really work out well. The fish that do hit this do get hooked and ultimately get landed, and that's what it's all about. To weight and rig, excuse me, the 9-inch Slug-go, the way I do it is you need some items. The first item is 50-pound Dacron. The second item is 7/0 Gamakatsu octopus style hooks, Zap-A-Gap glue or any quick drying cement, waterproof cement, Lunker City insert weights, and a rigging needle. Now, rigging needles can be bought commercially. However, the rigging needle that I use is just the bottom of a light wire coat hanger, much like the coat hangers you get from the laundry when you have your shirts cleaned. What I do is I just cut a piece of or a length of coat hanger off the bottom of the coat hanger, sharpen one end with a hook file to a point, and then make a little U-hook on the tail for dragging the tail hook through the Slug-go, and I'll show you how you do that later. And of course you need Slug-gos. Black Slug-gos are my favorite, black color. They seem to work best at night. That's when I mostly fish. During the day you might want to use a lighter color. But the Slug-go comes in a package of 3. It does come with a hook. When you open the package, throw this hook away because it is not good. A 5-pound striper will straighten this out, and you don't want that. Plus it is basically used for freshwater rigging of this bait, and you want to rig it a little differently for saltwater. The first step of the procedure is installing the rear hook in the Slug-go. Get your 50-pound Dacron line, measure out about 20 or so inches, and the Dacron line is doubled for strength. Cut a section about that long, which is about maybe 20 inches, 18, 20 inches. At the 2 tag ends, tie a simple overhand knot. That allows everything to stay nice and neat. Now, with the looped end of the double Dacron, pass that through the 7/0 Gamakatsu hook. Now, I use an improved Clinch knot. You can use any knot you're comfortable with. This knot seems to work out very well with the Dacron. Just tie a knot like so. Pull it tight, because a lot of fish you hook on this bait will come on the tail hook, and you want a strong purchase of the Dacron line to the hook because you don't want it pulling out or breaking off. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. It's going to hang nice and straight with the double Dacron line and the hook. The next procedure is to put that tail hook into the body of the Slug-go. You grab your Slug-go. You want the hooks coming out the rounded end of the Slug-go. Do not put them out the top because you want maximum hook exposure. And if you put them out the top of the bait, you're going to severely decrease the amount of fish you hook on this bait. On the bottom, you'll see after I rig it, you'll see how much hook there is exposed. And I basically use the same concept for rigging the 9-inch Slug-go that most people use for rigging fresh dead eels. That's where I got the idea to do this. But you put a little spit or dishwasher detergent on the rigging needle point. That will help you run this through the body of the Slug-go. Start about a ½ inch in back of the segmentation on the rounded side, as I said. Push the rigging needle through the Slug-go like so. And it doesn't have to go right through the center, but you want it as close to the center as possible. And you come out right at the head area. Try to come out on either side of the tip of the head, and I'll show you why in a minute. Put it about 3/4 of the way through. Grab your Dacron line and hook it on that little hook that you made with your pair of pliers at the other end of the rigging needle. Draw it through the body of the Slug-go, nice and slow, like so. Now you're going to have that much hanging out on the tag end of the Dacron. The next step is you're going to push the 7/0 tail hook, the whole shank, right into the body of the Slug-go, like so, and seat it right into the bait. Now, the Slug-go doesn't have to be laying perfectly straight after you do this. Actually, if it's a little kinked, it probably adds to the action of the lure. But it should look something like that, relatively flat, lying straight. Now the next procedure is putting in the head hook. Now the head hook is also a 7/0 Gamakatsu octopus, and you can use really any kind of octopus style hook you would like. I would stay away from live bait hooks. The curved shank seems to help hookups better of the octopus hook. The live bait hooks are straight shanked, and you don't seem to hook as many fish. That's why I use the curved shank. I like the curved shank. But you're going to measure it out in the head area of the Slug-go. You want the eye exposed, of course, because that's where you're going to attach your leader or your line. You're going to push the hook right through the head like so. Now the Dacron is coming out on either side of the tip of the head of the lure, and if you put it right through the tip, sometimes you will hook it with the hook as you put it in the head area, and on either side you prevent that.